Vote no on sin tax. Vote no on issue 7. No to corporate handouts. No to sin tax. No to issue 7. No to corporate welfare. Good evening from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm standing here on the west side at the intersection of Lorraine Avenue and 150th Street, West 150th Street. So this avenue in here is Lorraine Avenue going east-west. That is 150th Street coming from the south. And as it passes Lorraine Avenue, it becomes Warren Road. So there is West 150th Street, and this is Warren Road. Well, the weather today is very drizzly. It was raining a little heavier earlier, but now it is a little light drizzle. I continue with my demonstrations irrespective of the weather. We can have snow, we can have sleet, we can have thunder, we can have lightning. The show goes on. I'm here with my sign which says, vote no on sin tax. Well, what is the sin tax? The sin tax is an excise tax levied by Cuyahoga County. It's a tax on cigarettes and alcohol to support our 3 facilities. The first tax was passed in 1990, and the funds were used for construction and maintenance of the arena for the Cavaliers and the stadium for the Indians, the Cleveland Indians. The sin tax again passed in 1995, and this time it was used for the construction of the Brown Stadium and its upkeep. Well, this vote no on sin tax is coming up for election on May 6th as issue 7. It's going to be listed on the ballot as issue 7. And again, it's going to be a tax, we call it, it's a tax increase on, again, cigarettes and alcohol. The current tax is going to expire next year, and the new tax, a 20-year tax, is going to start from August 1, 2015, and will last for 20 years. It is estimated that the new tax will collect about $260 million for the upkeep of the 3 facilities. Now, why are we against the tax? Well, the sin tax is a regressive tax. It's a tax on the poor. So the poor are being taxed for buying cigarettes and alcohol, which are being used to support our facilities. And these facilities are being run by billionaires. And we are saying is, why should the poor support the billionaires? The billionaires have enough money to pay for the upkeep and further development of their facilities. So we are calling upon everyone, all voters in Cuyahoga County, to come out on May 6th and vote against the sin tax. No to sin tax, no to issue 7, and no to corporate welfare. Now, I demonstrate in all kinds of weather. Sometimes I carry one sign, and I have my traveling cart, as you can see in here. The traveling cart got knocked down by the wind, and this I have to put up with it as something that nature gives me, that I can't always have the cart in an upright position, so nature comes along with the wind gusts and the rain and knocks it down, but it's part of the campaigning. So far, I have demonstrated for about 40 hours, which is the equivalent of walking about over 120 miles in all kinds of weather. And what I do is, I normally with a sign in my one hand and my cart in the other. And this cart has a sign in the front. You can see this sign in front. It faces the traffic so they can read what the message is. And then I have another 2 or 3 signs that I distribute in case somebody makes a request for the signs. So far I've distributed nearly all the 100 signs that I had purchased and distributed free of charge as a service to the community. So I usually walk along the edge of the road, very close to the curb, so they can see my sign and they can read the message. Now the message is very simple. It says vote no on sin tax. So once they read this message, and I'm reaching about, depending upon the traffic, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 car drivers per hour, that the hope is that they're all seeing the sign, and then when they go home there's a multiplying effect. They talk to their friends and their neighbors and their colleagues, and then they discuss the sin tax, and then the word spreads around, and that we hope that come May 6th everyone will show up and vote against the sin tax. So this way our objective is, if the sin tax gets defeated on May 6th, we will have the other side come and negotiate with us. We can get a better deal both for our citizens and our community. So what we are saying is, the money is better spent not on the facilities which the billionaires can easily support. We want this money to be spent on, you can look at the condition of the road, all the potholes. We have potholes all over. We have got the sidewalk all broken up. Our schools need money. So we want the money to be spent on the upkeep of Cleveland, its roads, its infrastructure, its schools, and its libraries. No to corporate welfare. No on issue 7. No on sin tax. No to corporate welfare. No on sin tax. No on issue 7. No to corporate welfare. Support our schools. Support our schools. Support our infrastructure. Support our libraries. Say no to corporate welfare. The billionaires can pay for these facilities, for their upkeep and their maintenance and their upgrade. Say no to corporate welfare. No on sin tax. No on issue 7. The election is on May 6th. It is listed as issue 7 on the ballot. So all you have to do is go to the polling booth and vote no on issue 7. So this way we will be able to defeat the sin tax and be able to negotiate with the other side, the proponents of the sin tax, so we get a better deal for our community. We get better schools, money for schools, and money for our infrastructure. No on sin tax. No to corporate welfare. No on issue 7. No on sin tax. No to corporate welfare. No to on issue 7. No on sin tax. Support our schools. Fix our potholes. Fix our infrastructure. Fix our sidewalks. Provide money for the schools. The 3 owners of the facilities, the Browns, the owner of the Browns, the owner of the Indians, and the owner of the Cavaliers, they are not paying any property taxes on the 3 facilities. As a result, our school district, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, is losing close to $4 to $5 million every year because these properties are tax exempt. So we want these rich billionaires to be paying property taxes on these 3 facilities so our schools can get the money that they need for helping our children. So no to corporate welfare. No on sin tax. No on issue 7. Come to the polls on May 6th and support the defeat of of issue 7. We need the community to come out and vote en masse and defeat the sin tax on May 6th. So I demonstrate in all kinds of weather. I try to carry my message to the community. So far I've demonstrated not only in my own community, I've also demonstrated in downtown Cleveland, East 55th Street, and also I was there on St. Patrick's Day parade, and for 2 hours I demonstrated in the parade. We had set up a stand on the other side, and as everybody was passing by, they were looking at our signs, vote no on sin tax. So I have had about 100 signs that have been distributed all over Cleveland and in parts of Cuyahoga County. And if you do a Google search, you can sometimes find the whole page of Google images loaded up with our vote no on sin tax signs. So no on sin tax, no on issue 7, and no to corporate welfare. All right, thank you very much. And we hope everyone comes in and votes no on May 6th. Thank you. So here we are, a little down on Warren Road, north of Lorraine Avenue. And on this one house in here, they have this sign called Vote Yes on issue 7, keeps Cleveland strong. This sign is a sign put up by the proponents of the sin tax. They don't call it a sin tax, they just call it vote on issue 7 because they don't want to call it a sin tax, otherwise it will turn the public off. So this sign and this whole program of pushing the sin tax is supported by the Greater Cleveland Partnership, City Hall, the business community, and endorsements from a couple of TV channels and newspapers, including the Plain Dealer. So all of these people at the top, they are all in cahoots with one another to see that Cleveland's poor people and our community really get screwed, so that the money, instead of being used for our schools, libraries, and infrastructure, is being used to support the rich, which is really welfare for the rich. So no on sin tax, no on issue 7, and no to corporate welfare. And what we are saying is, this is helping the rich, and the money should really be used for helping the Cleveland community. So no on sin tax, no on issue 7, no to corporate welfare. No to corporate welfare. There is no need to support these billionaires. They have tons of money and they can pay for the upkeep and upgrade of the 3 facilities: the Cavaliers Arena, the Cleveland Indian Stadium, and the Brown Stadium. In fact, what happened is that Mr. Haslam, who is a billionaire and owner of the Browns, there was a contract for renaming the Brown Stadium as the First Energy Stadium, and for that he got a payment of $6 million for 17 years, and that money, which should normally go to the city of Cleveland, the city of Cleveland had a lease agreement whereby all the money has gone to a billionaire who hardly needs this money to support himself. This money should really have gone back to the city of Cleveland, and we want to renegotiate our leases so that all this money that is going to these rich billionaires really comes back to our community. So no on sin tax, no on issue 7, no to corporate welfare. Even Mayor Jackson was against the sin tax in 1990. He was against the sin tax in 1995, and both times the sin tax passed. But this time Mayor Jackson is supporting the sin tax, and we hope that it is resoundingly defeated and sent back to where it belongs. And so this way we can renegotiate a good deal for our community. Okay, thank you. No on sin tax. No on issue 7. No to corporate welfare. No on sin tax. No on issue 7. No to corporate welfare. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in addition to demonstrating, I also distribute flyers. I have a flyer in here. It's a 2-page flyer. On the first page, it announces its Vote No on Sin Tax campaign. It's issue 7. Election is on May 6th. And the objective is that you want the reader to right away identify as to why it's no on sin tax. So it says the sin tax will benefit the billionaire owners of the Browns, the Indians, and the Cavaliers. So everybody says that the sin tax is really paying to support the billionaires, and then we have in here no to corporate welfare. So all of a sudden the identification no on sin tax is made to supporting the rich billionaires. So people identify that. The other thing is, everybody knows about the condition of our roads. It's full of potholes. So when you show pictures of potholes and you say fix our potholes, the reader identifies why we are saying no on sin tax. Then the second half of the first page describes the issue that will appear on the ballot. This is the issue that was drafted by Cuyahoga County, the council. They passed it, and it's an excise tax on alcohol and cigarettes and some other fluids, and it's 20 years. It's going to last for 20 years starting August 1, 2015, and we are saying is if the sin tax gets defeated on May 6th, then we can have enough time to negotiate with the other side and come up with a better deal for our community. Now on the other side, we have a 1-page write-up. It's from this group called Coalition Against Sin Tax, or CAST. It's a coalition of citizens and groups in Cleveland, Ohio, that are against the sin tax, and they have written up a write-up giving all the reasons why the sin tax should be opposed. And in addition to the Coalition Against Sin Tax, we have 2 major groups on Facebook. The first major group is It's a Sin Cleveland, and they have close to 2,000 members. And then there's a second group which I have started. It's called Vote No on Sin Tax on May 6th, 2014. And these 2 groups are working under Coalition Against the Sin Tax to defeat the sin tax. So this newsletter is being distributed to pedestrians or anybody else who requests it, and giving them reasons as to why the opposition is opposing the sin tax. Thank you.